my reliable and patient Taurus friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. On Taurus, there's a quiet ache behind the steadiness you project. This week it can feel like you're carrying the weight of expectation, your own and others, on shoulders that rarely admit fatigue. Maybe there's a subtle longing for recognition, or a gentle frustration that things haven't quite unfolded as easily as they should. Beneath your stable routines, a question stirs. Is it safe to let yourself feel satisfied, even when the world keeps asking for more? You may notice, as the days open, a hidden restlessness. It's not loud, it's more like a hum tuning itself beneath your practical choices. There's a part of you that wants to be seen in your fullness, not just for what you do, but for the warmth you bring and the joy you quietly cultivate. This longing, unspoken and steady, shapes the atmosphere around you. It's a tension that says, I'm ready for more light, if only it will last. Something in you is turning toward that light now. The sun rises in your reading, not as a sudden burst, but as a gentle, persistent glow that finds its way into the corners you often overlook. This week, your inner state is colored by a desire to feel alive in your own skin, to trust in happiness without fearing it will slip away. There's a sense of wanting to relax, to let your guard down, if only for a moment, to breathe without bracing for the next demand. You may find yourself noticing the simple pleasures, a favorite meal prepared with care, the quiet comfort of a familiar room, the laughter that comes unforced. These moments hold more meaning now because they mirror a deeper hope, that joy can be real, even when life is unfinished. Still, even as warmth grows, there can be a shadow of hesitation. Perhaps you wonder if you're allowed to rest in the good, or if you need to keep striving, keep proving your worth before you can relax. There's a vulnerability to letting yourself shine, to admitting you want to be happy just as you are. Old doubts may whisper that it's too soon to celebrate, or that contentment is something earned, not given. Yet beneath this, your spirit leans toward openness, willing to risk a little softness for the promise of honest joy. The sun brings clarity, not perfection, a gentle permission to notice what's already bright within you. In this space you are enough and you feel it, even if only for a heartbeat at a time. As you begin to sense this glow, the world outside responds. The need to feel alive and valued stirs you into action, shaping the events of the week. This gentle hunger for satisfaction doesn't stay hidden, it pushes you to engage more deeply with your everyday life. Your desire for meaning calls forth new efforts, small choices made with care. It's as if the world is inviting you to weave your longing into what you do, letting your inner warmth inform your actions and responses. Now the 8 of Pentacles appears on your path. Here the week becomes a dance between effort and meaning. You may find yourself caught in the flow of tasks, work, responsibilities, routines that demand attention. There's a pressure to get things right, to refine the details, to prove your worth through the quality of your actions. This isn't the kind of pressure that shouts. It's more subtle, an undercurrent that says, keep going, you're almost there. Momentum builds as you focus on your craft, whatever form that takes. Each day brings its own demands and you respond with your characteristic persistence. Yet there is friction here too. The more you strive for perfection, the more you may feel the gap between what is and what could be. Sometimes satisfaction feels just out of reach, replaced by the urge to try harder, to push through, to polish every detail. This can be both motivating and exhausting. The world seems to echo your desire for meaning back to you, but in the language of work and effort. There's a sense of being recognized for what you accomplish, but also a question, will this ever be enough to fill the deeper longing? Still, there's a quiet beauty in your commitment. Even as you tackle each task, you're not just going through the motions. There's intention, an effort to bring your best, to make each moment count. It's here in the repetition that something shifts, a growing awareness that your value isn't only in the outcome, but in the care you bring to the process. Friction softens as you allow yourself to find pride in progress, not just perfection. The pressures of the week shape you, but they also reveal your resilience. The path is demanding, but it's also rich with small victories, moments where your dedication brings quiet fulfillment. In this space, you discover that meaning isn't something you chase, it's something you create, one mindful action at a time. The promise of what's possible waits quietly, just beyond the next step. Potential does not arrive on its own. It asks for your presence, your willingness to notice what is changing in and around you. As you meet the week's pressures with mindful attention, the way forward begins to open. It's not about finishing everything or proving yourself once and for all. Instead, it's about recognizing that each conscious choice, however small, shapes the ground beneath your feet. When you bring yourself fully to the moment, new possibilities emerge. The path you walk becomes less about what you have to do and more about who you are becoming as you do it. Growth is not a guarantee but an invitation, a chance to see yourself anew in the light of your own effort and care. Now the world turns in your reading. This is not an arrival, but a sense of wholeness that grows as you meet the moment with honesty. The potential here is not measured by what you accomplish, but by how fully you inhabit your own life. There is a gentle sense of completion, not because everything is perfect, but because you allow yourself to feel at home in your own journey. The cycles you've repeated, the routines you've tended, begin to reveal their meaning. You see how each step, each effort, has been part of a larger pattern, one that brings you closer to yourself. The world invites you to recognize the quiet ways you belong, both to yourself and to the life you are shaping. There's a new kind of satisfaction here, one that doesn't depend on constant striving. Instead, it arises from knowing you have shown up day after day with sincerity and care. You may notice a sense of integration, a feeling that the disparate parts of your life are coming together. It's not about reaching the end, but about embracing the process, trusting that you are part of something larger, a story that continues to unfold with each conscious breath. In this space, growth feels gentle, organic, and deeply real. Looking back across the week, the 3 cards form a quiet arc, one that begins with longing for light, moves through the honest work of showing up, and settles into a sense of peaceful belonging. The Sun reveals your hope for real joy, the 8 of Pentacles channels that hope into action, and the world allows you to rest, at least for a moment, in the knowledge that your efforts matter. Even when tension arises or pressure mounts, you are learning to hold both striving and contentment together. There is comfort in knowing that you don't have to choose between joy and effort. They can coexist, each deepening the other. As the days unfold, you may find a subtle reassurance growing, a sense that you are in fact enough. The week's journey is not about reaching for something outside yourself, but about returning home to the fullness that's been quietly growing within you all along. Actionable insights for Taurus this week. Notice the small moments that bring you ease, even if they feel fleeting. Try letting one daily routine become a quiet source of pride, just for today. Allow yourself to feel satisfied with a single, honest effort without needing to add more. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I allow myself to feel my own warmth. My efforts shape meaning in my days. I am present with what I create. What I bring is enough. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.